hate coconut, but dairy hates me more. Welcome back to Giving with Corey. My name is Corey. I'm a bone cancer survivor, and today I'm going to answer the question many strangers have asked: what's wrong with you? But first, ice cream.
Camping with Corey, yeah. Subscribe.
Oh, it's melting. Oh, it's cold. Perfect. It was good. Very cold. Very melty. I can't recall the number of strangers, people I have that I don't know at all, who have come up to me while I'm doing everyday normal tasks and say, "What's wrong with you? Why are you limping? What's with the cane? Why do you have a walker? You're too young. What's going on? I don't understand. You're so slow." It's kind of unbelievable sometimes the audacity that people have. I understand when a kid does it because kids are curious, but full grown adults come up and ask the question, "What's wrong with you?" I was at work one day and I still had my cane at the time. I was using my cane every day at that point in time. Sorry, car. Okay, they've passed. Um but I was at work. I was using my cane. I was walking between buildings and I have a limp, so I'm walking into the building and some guy goes, "Hey, hey you." I'm like, "Me? Me? Yeah, you." Uh, yeah, yes. Can I help you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I mean, obviously I didn't respond that way, but I just kind of looked at him. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you've got a cane. Why do you have a cane? I'm like, yeah, I have a knee replacement, so I need a cane to walk. And the guy kept wanting to question me. And the fact that somebody just had the audacity to sit there and straight up ask me, as I'm like, obviously in professional work clothes, I work a professional job. And this guy's sitting here and asking me what's wrong with me and, bugging me between my meetings at work. And that's not uncommon. I didn't even have a cane. I didn't have my walker. I was walking my own neighborhood recently, and another person who lives in one of the nearby neighborhoods, "Hey, how are you doing?" Because, I see him, I wave whenever I walk by. "Why are you limping today?" No, Sherlock. I mean, the thing is, we've had a conversation about me having a full knee replacement from bone cancer more than once. And this man still is asking me, why am I limping? I limp all the time. The severity of the limp depends on the level of pain that day. If you're ever in a situation and you're curious, don't go up to somebody like me, for example. And everybody's different. I'm just saying this from my own personal experience. I don't mind like sharing about my disability, but when someone comes up to me and says, "What's wrong with you?" There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just living my life and doing as I do, and that's what a lot of people with disabilities do. It's more surprising because one, I'm really young, and it's more odd to see a young person, for example, with a limp or a cane or a walker or wearing intense knee braces or other things like that. It's so strange when people come up and they are asking these odd questions because to somebody, if they saw me sitting here right now, they wouldn't even question that I have a disability. They'd just be like, "Oh, she's just a normal person living her life." But then I get people who, when I'm walking or I have to do, stairs one at a time or do some of my other assistive things or modified activities in order to do everyday simple tasks. It's like, what's wrong with me? I don't even know how to respond still. I try to respond in kindness because I know it's purely for the most part out of curiosity, and I don't think that they mean it to be malicious or harmful. If I'm just limping around the grocery store, kind of leave me alone because I'm trying to do my everyday tasks, and I'm sorry that my limp is interesting to you, but I want to just live my life. And I don't think I'm the only person. I know I'm not the only person that experiences this. As somebody who wasn't disabled for most of my life, I never had to worry about these types of things. And now, for example, it's not even just like what's wrong with you is people won't even express it that way. They'll get puffy. For example, I have to do stairs one at a time, and sometimes there is no elevator. There is no alternative way to get to a different level of a building that I'm in. So I got to take the stairs. And people will crawl up so close behind me. I mean, I can like feel their breath down my neck because I'm going slow, and I try to get to a good point and stop and be like, "Okay, you can go ahead of me. I'm sorry, I'm slow." Like, and some people think it's a joke. Some people think I'm just messing around to harass other people during their day when if I could just do stairs normally, I would. So I live in this weird dichotomy where people look at me and they think, "Oh, she's not disabled," because you can't see something besides the 12-inch long scar on my leg. You can't see what's wrong, quote, wrong with me. You can't see my disability from the outside unless you see me doing certain activities, which just looks odd to the typical person. But then at the same time, when I do something that is modified to get around or do what I need to do just to live my life every day, I instantly start getting called out as weird and what's wrong, like something's wrong with me. It's a weird like where on the spectrum do I live? It's hard because it sometimes feels like others are invalidating that I do have a disability because they can't see it. And so that doesn't feel great. But then at the same time, it doesn't feel good when people sit there and saying that something is wrong with me because I have a disability. Nothing is wrong with me. It's just I have to live my life a little differently than everybody else in order to get the same things done. Which at the end of the day, we all do things differently. Mine just look more different than typical. At the end of the day, random random strangers coming up to me and asking me these questions, or on the flip side, getting frustrated with me, I can't do anything about that. If you ever find yourself in that situation, think twice before you do something. But when you do approach them kindly because you don't know, that person might be having a really bad pain day. Like if I'm limping really bad, I'm already not in a great mood. I'm already in pain. I'm trying to do my bare minimum tasks for the day. You bring me down by coming up and telling me, "Hey, I am actively noticing the thing that you're currently insecure about and that's causing you uh, immense pain." This person knows that they've got this going on. You don't need to remind them of that. So practice empathy. Kindly ask if you're curious. I hope today you learned a little bit about how to maybe approach somebody in a more kind manner when you're curious about something that they have going on about that you have noticed about another person. I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye. Bonus baby girl footage. Oh, who's the baby girl? Yeah. Oh, she's a good girl. She gets the butt scratches. She gets the butt scratches. Oh, yeah, butt scratches. Nelly, come here. Come here. She just wants to show you her big fat butt. Her big fat butt. The Nelly cam. Nelly cam. Nelly, say bye. Bye.